This sucks, and it's horseshit. But I'm too polite to say anything, because I'm a class act.
Oh my gosh. You know, there's a lot of people saying that this morning. They're pissed. They're pissed. They're upset. Things didn't go the way they wanted. And that's okay. It means you're passionate about what you believe in, and that's okay. But hey, it is what it is. It snowed outside, and I know that you don't like the snow. What did you think I was talking about? Oh, the election. The election. Yeah. Yeah, that didn't go. That wasn't as close as I thought it was going to be. I mean, whether you like him or not, that just I think it got out of hand quick. It's funny because, listen, I don't care who you vote for. What do I always say on this show? Just don't be a dick. That's really it. We don't need to get into policies and stuff like that. Just don't be a dick. But I thought it was going to be a little bit more of a challenge. We'll get into that a little bit in just a little bit. But remember to hit that subscribe button wherever you're listening or watching. And remember, today's show is presented to you by Owl Pipe ID as well as Bet Online. In fact, Bet Online is the world's most trusted betting platform and your number one source for online betting. From the earliest odds to in-game live betting, Bet Online provides you with all the action and the ability to watch the games as they happen, with the largest selection of odds on everything from football, NBA, college basketball, NHL to UFC and MMA. Head to Bet Online today to get in on the action. BetOnline.ag today to get in on the action with America's most trusted site for online wagering. Bet Online, the game starts here. Yeah, the election is over. Like I said, this is what just, like, I thought it was going to be a lot closer. Like, I thought I was going to wake up today and they're going to be like, well, we're still counting ballots. We don't know. It's going to come down to the wire. But no, it got out of hand. Let's just say that. It seems like it was very lopsided. What's amazing to me on this, listen, again, I'm not a fan of Trump. But if you are, that's fine. I don't hate you for it, and it is what it is. But this is what's hilarious to me, and this is what makes us look so stupid. But I kind of respect us in a weird fucking way. Again, I'm looking at the hard conversations with a tongue-in-cheek, observation, right? Trump won despite three big things, okay? Three big things, he still won. One, he's a convicted felon. That's kind of a big, blemish, but he still won. He still won despite dancing and listening to music for 30 minutes at a rally. What the fuck? I saw that video and I'm like, holy shit, what the fuck? Like, I was watching the video. I'm like, oh, maybe that's just fancy editing. And he's like, do you guys like this song? I tell you what, I can't do a Trump voice. It's the greatest song in the world. I did it once the other day, and I'm like, oh, but I wasn't in a position where I could keep working at the voice. Probably the best song ever, this song. And then he's just like dancing along to it. And I'm like, what the fuck? Who does that? He still won despite that. And he also won despite performing fellatio on a microphone in front of everybody. Everybody saw it. Now, he didn't actually deep throat the microphone. He was just like, the mic's not working. Oh. What the fuck is that? That's our president, folks. Oh, good times. Now Thanksgiving's right around the corner. Be ready for it. Depending on what side you're on, people are going to be talking politics, and it's going to be making for some uncomfortable meals and pre-meals and post-meals, okay? But all I can ask from you guys is it is what it is. If your person won, that's great. If your person lost, I get it. It sucks, but you got to move on and move forward. And if you're a Democrat and you want to see Democrats in office like that, start working on it now. Get your shit straight for then. And if you're a Republican, start working on who's gonna take over and be the major candidate now. Start working on that now, because it seems like I feel like all sides are kind of chaotic. Like, oh shit, we got like a year. Let's find somebody. And it's like, fuck, you guys need to be working on that shit now and start working on plans to actually make us really, really good. Let's get back to glory days, okay? We don't need to talk about politics. We don't. I'm sorry. I brought it up. I know it's a very sore subject. I was very shocked at the outcome. I thought it was going to be a tighter race, but it wasn't. It is what it is. You got to own up to it. Those are the results. You got to be a good winner. You got to be a good loser. And that's just life. Things don't always go your way. Sometimes they do. But you know what we need to do? Speaking of things going in the right direction, for you, is jumping in the headlines.
Let's go! Let's go!
And now, here are the headlines.
I probably shouldn't have talked politics at all, but whatever it is. It is what it is. And this is so bizarre. This is the headline. I read the article. It's all summarized in the fucking headline. An ambulance hit an Oregon cyclist, rushed him to the hospital, then stuck him with a $1,800 bill. That's according to a lawsuit. So they ran him over. They're like, well, we got a vehicle. Let's slap him in the back. They take him to the hospital because they hit him. And then they're like, here's the bill for using the ambulance. That's jacked up. I'm sorry. That should be one of those moments where, hey, let's just go ahead and slide that one away, right? You can't do that. You can't run people over and be like, that's a great way to get some money. Keep doing it, guys. Wow. We really met our quota this month. What happened? Well, Jerry took over driving, and let's be honest, he's got a good radar for running people over. Just slap them in the back. It's great. That means like I could bill somebody if it's not the same thing. But if I ran somebody over, I could just toss them in the back of my Honda Accord, in the trunk. I don't want to get blood on my seats. And then I'll charge them $1,800 for the trip to the... It's a very expensive Uber ride to the hospital. That's jacked up. I'd be pissed. No wonder this person's suing. Listen, I get that cyclists rub people the wrong way. Doesn't mean you should run them over, okay? There are some dickheads, though, that are on bikes. There's some responsible people out there that are on bikes. I get it. It's the negative ones, the guys that are just dickheads that cut off cars, flip them off, which happened to me a couple of years ago. It happened to me last year as well, where I'm turning. They don't have the right of way to cross because I have a left green arrow. And there's like 3 cyclists at the stoplight. And I go, my signal's on and everything, and they just decide to cut in front of me. They just go. And I honk my horn. I said, learn the fucking rules of the road. And the guy's like, what? It's like, you have a stopped hand. Says, it's pretty fucking simple. Don't go. But they still go. So I don't know the situation here. Either way, it's scummy. If the ambulance hit the cyclist, then they take him to the hospital and be like, hey, by the way, we're going to fuck you over even more. We ran you over. Now we're going to, just plow through your bank account too. This is crazy. And it really makes you wonder, have you ever come across something like this? Because I would say the majority of society wouldn't bother to look at this. But you could be cashing in if you're well aware of this. A rare misprinted dime minted in 1975 sold for $506,000. That's awesome. It's missing just the S because it was printed in San Francisco at the mint there, and somehow the S wasn't on there. There's 2 dimes that were made, and this is the other one. There's 2. I don't know where the other one is. But isn't that fascinating? It makes you wonder, how many times did you come across something that was valuable like a penny or a quarter, whatever, nickel, dime, whatever. And you just had no idea. You just used it. Shit, there was times where I was just like, I got too many pennies and I threw them away, which is dumb because you're just throwing away money. But I was a kid. I didn't know any better. That's wild to me. And it makes you really wonder, like, I don't really have change anymore. But did I ever come across something of value like that and just totally like, boop, whatever. I'm going to put it in this vending machine and get some of those mini football helmets. Do you guys ever do that at Kmart or Target or wherever, where they have those little machines at the front? There's either candy or some of them have toys like bouncy balls. I collected them all, those little helmets, football helmets. And it took me forever to get them all because, it's a crapshoot what you're going to get. But they come with a blank helmet, a football NFL helmet, and then it has stickers with it. I believe that's how it worked. And then you put the stickers on. Yeah, I remember that. I used to think that was so cool. Loved collecting those. Those are probably worth something if you had some of those as well, as weird as that is. This makes me happy, but it also scares me. But we talked about this not too long ago, and these fellow flyers did exactly what we were talking about. A passenger was beaten up after opening the plane's emergency door during a flight, and they beat him so badly that he almost lost consciousness. Good. That's what we were talking about. If you see somebody trying to open a door or cause harm to people, especially on a flight, come on, man. Jump into action. I don't know anybody that would defend that guy. I'm sure there's somebody out there, but like, oh, you know what? You could have just restrained him. Take off your shirt and then tie his hands together. Something like that. Whatever. No, you don't know what this person's capable of. And in that moment, fuck yeah. I agree with those people on the flight. You beat the shit out of them, as you should. If I'm on a flight, especially if my family's with me, I'm going to protect them as much as I can. Especially if my wife's there, I'll be like, hey, watch the kids. I'm going to go, dispense some justice, to quote the great Mark Schlereth. And that's what I would try to do. I'm not going to sit there and become a victim. I'm going to do whatever I can. If I'm by myself, fuck yeah. I don't have to worry about my kids being harmed or my wife being harmed. If I'm traveling for work by myself, yeah, I'm going to fucking wreck somebody as much as I can. And if I'm going full throttle at somebody and you're on the flight with me and I'm trying to, stifle the situation because this guy's trying to cause harm to everybody, I expect you to go right there with me. Okay? Ladies, guys, I don't care. We're going to be, throwing down and beating the snot out of that dude. So good for them. Good for them. Man, that would piss me off. Fucking idiot. Trying to open up a door. What a bitch. Guess what? You got your ass knocked the fuck out. I'm saying if he almost lost consciousness, he probably did, even for a moment. Because if they showed a picture and the dude's face is all swollen the fuck. You listen, you fuck around, you find out. Okay? You fucked around, you did find out. You tried to open a door on a plane. I read it both ways, that he tried to open the emergency door, and I also read that he did. I don't know if you can while it's mid-flight. I don't know if that's possible. But either way, motherfucker's getting laid out, and he did. He got jacked. Good for everybody on that flight. Hey, something else that's going to put a smile on your face is Owl Pipe ID. Go to owlpipeid.com right now. I'm going to tell you how to get 30% off your order. You're welcome. Ooh. Owl Pipe ID. By the way, Owl, come on. You know what I was going to say. I was gonna go, "Ooh, ooh, ooh, ooh," but then I deep down I was wanting to go, caw, caw. It's Owl Pipe ID. They make decals that are industrial quality and made for the trades at a lower price than you're going to find at the big online sticker retailers who are selling you lower quality stickers. Owl Pipe ID, they're legit, and they're in mechanical rooms throughout the city, helping plumbers identify what's flowing through the pipe. They also make promotional stickers for breweries, cannabis shops, retailers, and schools. Oh, and by the way, and for podcasters, boom. I love this. I love Owl Pipe ID because they're so sturdy and the colors are so perfect. And like I'm showing people on the video right now. I put this sticker now. It's been on my coffee mug. I don't know, maybe 2-3 weeks, something like that, and it hasn't faded, hasn't worn out in any way, and that's running through a dishwasher. I also have one on the back of my car that's been there for over a year. Looks like I just put it on. It's legit. And they also do wall signage for your reception area or shop. Owl Pipe ID can do that as well for you. So you got to check them out. Owl Pipe ID shop is based right here in Inglewood, Colorado. All of their stickers are made on premium industrial vinyl with UV baked ink. That means they're going to be protected from sunlight for 7 years. If you're still unsure, Rhea is going to work with you, and she's going to send you some free samples of your logo or artwork. Just go to owlpipeid.com, click on that big red button, request a quote. Tell Rhea what your project is, and she's going to respond quickly. That's what she does. Rhea is the best. You're gonna love working with her. You can email her directly, sales@owlpipeid.com. Include in the email my exclusive promo code DeHuff to get 30% off your first order worth up to $5,000. Check them out at owlpipeid.com. I think I broke my chair. I move around. If you watch the video, I move around a lot as far as I reposition because my hips are kind of jacked up, and it's also like ADHD. I got to constantly be moving type of thing. My legs are always moving. If you watch the video, every now and then you'll see the camera shake. It's because my feet hit the hit the tripod. Sorry, guys. I just can't sit still. I am so sorry. Did I just do that?
I didn't do fucking shit.
Well, I just saw you do it. Anyway, Louis, by the way, I talked to Alfred Williams yesterday. He's checking to see if he's able to come on because of parting ways with iHeart. There's a lot of rules and contract shit that he still has to obey. So he's figuring out if he can. But it was good to talk to him. He's in good spirits. He's got a lot on his plate that he's looking forward to doing, and he's a good dude. So we had a good conversation yesterday off the record. But anyway, going back to the headlines, Louis Vuitton dog collection debuts for $65,000. This includes a kennel, poop bag dispenser, and a leather water bowl. If you have $65,000 to waste on your animal, you need to sponsor the DeHuff Uncensored podcast. Listen, there's a lot of great opportunities. I'll just say your name every single day. Get in line. Let me know. DeHuffPodcast@gmail.com. You can always send me payments via PayPal. I make it easy for you. DeHuff Uncensored is presented by Carl from down the road. Carl, thanks for listening. What the fuck? $65,000 for a dog collection. As far as just miscellaneous things like a kennel, poop bag dispenser, and leather water bowl. Come on, people. You're just shitting away money. If you just want to shit away money, that's where I go back. Just send me a check, okay? Here's the thing. Send me $65,000. What I'll do is I'll take 20% of it and donate it to a charity. The rest go in my fucking bank account. What's wrong with that? Come on. Now you're doing good, okay? That's what you're doing. Instead of spending stupid money on your dog. I'll tell you what. You give me $65,000. I'll donate that 20% to charity. and I'll get you a kennel, a poop bag dispenser, and a leather water bowl. And it's only going to cost me probably about $200. Okay? But if you want to shit away your money, just give it to me. I'll be the middleman for you, and I'll also make a charitable donation. See, like, rich people are the dumbest motherfuckers, it seems like. Not all of them. Not all of them. But if you're spending this kind of money on a dog thing, that's dumb. Dumb. I was debating whether or not to bring this up. And it's still, like, I forgot I put it on here, and I'm like, do I want to? It's kind of fucked up, but you've heard of Darwin Awards, right? People that get put in this classification because they died a dumb way. Like somebody pissing on an electric fence, or, you know, some guy that tried to wrestle a bull, you know, after rubbing its asshole with sandpaper, stuff like that. I don't know if that's really happened before, but I'm sure it has. Sure it has. So that it's dumb ways to die, right? This guy died. This happened in India. I thought it was in the South at first. Let's be honest. I thought this was in the southern United States, but it wasn't. I was wrong. It's in India. A man died after his friends dared him to sit on a box of fireworks to win an auto rickshaw. The rickshaw kind of gives it away that it's not in the United States. But I was like, well, maybe they're really into it in Georgia. I don't know. How fucking stupid. How dumb are people? And then it kind of goes back to, you know, you see this happening. You can only imagine, and you hate to bag on somebody that has passed away, but that's a really dumb fucking thing to do. And I'm sure the bystanders were like, yeah, he's dumb as shit. I mean, I want to step in. It's going to happen eventually. At least right here, he's going to be cooked partially. Oh, that's fucked up. That's fucked up. I can't believe I said that. I'm sorry. At least, you know, whatever. At least he'll go out in like glory, and there'll be like fireworks after he passes. I mean, you get what you get. Another fuck around and you find out. Guess what happens when you fuck around with fireworks and sit on them, you know, in a big pile of them, and then you light them on fire? Guess what happens? You die. My goodness. Did you see that Dodgers fan after the Dodgers won the World Series? He is lighting off fireworks and he blew his hand off. Or I think he blew off like several fingers. He's going to be forever pointing at everybody. Don't fuck with fireworks. They're explosives. Yes, some of them are very mild. But every freaking year, somebody blows their hand off around July 4th or during New Year's, something like that. Somebody's always blowing their fucking hands off. Don't fuck with them. If you're gonna fuck with them, pull your head out of your butt and don't sit on them. My goodness. That's like something you shouldn't have to say to somebody. Hey, you know what? Don't sit on a big box of fireworks while they're lit. Don't do it. Even if your friends say that you could win a rickshaw. Oh, I shouldn't do that? Fuck. Okay. Jeez, news to me. Tom Hanks was on Conan O'Brien's podcast, which is a great podcast. Conan Needs a Friend, I believe is what it's called. I subscribe to it. I don't listen to it that often, but when I do, I have to fast forward like to 8 minutes into the show before they get to the good stuff. Sorry, that's just my honest opinion. Sorry. But he had Tom Hanks on there, and Tom Hanks had some thoughts on film critics.
Critics weigh in. We hate it. We like it. Oh, this is the worst thing. Oh, hey. Oh, hi, Tom. I saw you in a movie. Oh, did you? Yeah. It was cute.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something about these cocksuckers who write about movies. Can I say that?
Yeah.
Okay, it's a podcast.
My father writes about movies. And his name is Cocksucker.
Somebody who wrote about it is that this is just, you know, Tom Hanks has to stop hanging around with veterans of TV because this is just like the shot on TV and it's not much of anything, you know. Mm-hmm. That same person then wrote about the cult classic, That Thing You Do. Same exact person. It's all you need is 20 years between now and then, and it ends up speaking somewhere else. But that's the thing we all signed up for. That's that's the carnival.
Yeah, I see his point. Is here's the thing with critics. Critics have been around for a while before social media existed, right? Obviously. So the thing with critics is they were the original influencers, saying shit just to get people to read or to watch them, to be relevant. Ooh, this guy stirs the pot, or this lady stirs the pot. That's all critics do. If you read somebody reviewing a movie, like I always think Rotten Tomatoes is hilarious because you read the reviews. There's people that are allegedly certified. I was somebody that was certified to leave a review on movies. I don't think I am anymore. I don't remember how I did it, but I got in there. So I could review it and be an official critic, and I could bomb a movie or I could say it was great. Movies are art. It's a matter of opinion. You either like that type of movie or you don't. And it sucks because there's, like he's saying, that like there's some good movies out there, but they suffer because these people that have a big platform to speak out about a certain movie, they'll spew their hate for it for one reason or another, and then it might tank in the box office. But then you give it time and you subtract all that negative vibe that's around it because people have forgotten about that, or it's a completely new audience that picks up on this movie because it's in the digital form on Netflix, Disney Plus, Hulu, wherever. They start watching it and they're like, oh, this is really good. You shouldn't always trust what the critics say. A lot of times they're worried that there's going to be backlash from companies. Give us a good review and you'll continue to be in our good graces type of thing. You're in our back pocket. Give us a good review. Or they don't like a certain producer, or they don't like a certain actor, or they just don't have a fucking sense of humor or whatever. And then they give it a shit review. Then you watch it and you're like, why did everybody think this sucked? But it's just a matter of opinion. I'll tell you a movie that I think sucked, but everybody loved. That's that Blue Beetle movie. I think that's a DC movie. I thought it was lame. I did not like it. Does that mean you shouldn't go watch it? No, you should go watch it. Decide for yourself. I love comedy. Like we showed our kids the movie Evolution with David Duchovny, Sean William Scott, and I can't remember the lady's name that's in it. But we showed them that movie. That's like a either early 2000s or late 1990s movie. It's hilarious. It did shit when it first came out, but it's hilarious. It's like you got to just push that shit aside. I love Land of the Lost with Will Ferrell and Danny McBride. Great fucking movie. Hilarious. One of possibly my favorite comedy. Right? Did shit with critics. Who fucking cares what critics say? They're gonna shit on things just to get people to read. It's the classic. I can't even think with it when you do a headline. I can't even think what it is. I can't think. When you have a headline that says one thing just to grab people's attention, that's what you're gonna do. Clickbait. That's what they're doing. They want you to click on it because they want to see the hate that you're going to spew. Oh, this movie sucks. It's terrible. Classic cookie cutter Dwayne Johnson movie. I'll say this again about Dwayne Johnson. I don't think he's a great actor. But that being said, I like his movies. I know what I'm getting when I watch a Dwayne Johnson movie. It's action. Kind of cheesy at times. But guess what? I'm going to enjoy it. Who cares? There's just, some movies just fuck the critics. They are cocksuckers, Tom Hanks. Tom Hanks. He seems like a good dude to just chill with. Because I'm listening to that interview because I had to go back and find. I had listened to the majority of that interview on Conan O'Brien's podcast, and because all the outlets, nobody was playing the uncensored version, which is classic. Oh, don't want to say cocksucker. We don't want to offend anybody. Meanwhile, more than half the people that are listening to your content online, they've said cocksucker like 5 times today already. You know I'm right. You know it. We are way too sensitive of a society. But that being said, going back to the film critics, yeah, don't bother what they fucking say. They're just trying to get you to read their stuff. They're just negative Nancy. Some of those guys are just dudes sitting in their mom's basement waiting for her to give them a big slap of meatloaf. Hey, Mom! Meatloaf! We need it now! What does she do back there? Another movie that was probably trashed by the critics, Wedding Crashers. But it's a great movie. And there's a lot of movies like that where you see them in theaters or it bombs in theaters, and then it comes out and you're like, this is great. My wife and I were just watching a movie a few months back, and I can't, God dang it, I need to make notes of these things when it happens. But it was one of those things where the reviews were shit. We watch it and we're like, why did everybody hate on it? Because it's an easy thing to do, to jump on the bandwagon of hate. We say that a lot with things, whether it's sports or entertainment. It's easy to jump on the bandwagon of hate. Hell, you could throw politics in there too. It's very easy to do that. But is it necessary? No. Think for yourself. We were having a conversation with my son last night because I said something, and like a minute later, he repeated the exact same thing, but tried to make it sound like it was his own. I was like, okay, why do you think that? Well, I was like, I appreciate that you're trying to repeat what I say and you believe in what I say, but you need to come up with your own thoughts. You can't just repeat what other people are saying. You got to have some sort of knowledge of why you're saying things. That's a big thing. Why are you saying this? Do you understand what you're saying? Do you understand the words that are coming out of your own fucking mouth? Do you? That's a big thing for not just kids, but adults. What are you saying? Why are you saying it? Should you be saying it? So, critics, I get it. That's what you get paid for. But we as the consumer need to understand that they just say shit. They just say shit to be relevant. So, I agree with Tom Hanks. And I can't imagine being a celebrity like that, where everything is under review. Everything is critiqued. Like, I'll have some of you guys respond to certain things I do, and we joke around on social media with it, okay? It's funny. I have a good relationship with you guys. But when you're somebody with the level of, say, Tom Hanks or Conan O'Brien, you have this gigantic pool of people that want to interact with you. And in order for you to pay attention to them, a lot of times they say something negative. And that way they have that connection with the individual. Sometimes people just think that their voice needs to be heard, and they just live in a pool of sadness, and they just want to project their negativity everywhere. So it would be hard on that level to deal with that. And you could never read the reviews if you were a celebrity like that. I think there'd be too many. And there's some people that just hate you for one reason or another. And then there's some people that just will love you no matter what. So it's very interesting. I like that Tom Hanks said it. He was joking around, of course, but I mean, he said what he said. They're cocksuckers. They are. And he's at a point in his career where he can fucking be honest. Whereas somebody that is new to the celebrity world or the movie world. You know, somebody like that, they can't afford, like, if all of a sudden I got asked to be in a movie and then I start critiquing the critics and saying how they're cocksuckers and don't know what the fuck they're talking about. They're talking out both ends of their ass. And then that could ruin me. But Tom Hanks has been around long enough. It doesn't fucking matter. Okay? Jeez. Sorry.
What the fuck?
I'm sorry. I just had to say it. Don't be a dick to me. Jeez.
Right, as always.
I don't know what I'm right about, but yeah, okay. Okay. Oh, man. Crazy. I hope you guys have a great day. If you want to interact with the show, I love it when you guys do it. Send me an email, dahuffpodcast@gmail.com. Let me know your thoughts. Maybe there's something random you want me to talk about. There was one time somebody's like, tube socks. I'm like, okay, tube socks. Yeah, how about those? You know, it could be something random. It could be an actual story, some observation, whatever you want to do, dahuffpodcast@gmail.com, or you can hit me up on my socials @dahuffpodcast. I love interacting with you guys. You're amazing. I know not everybody can do it. I know I've ran into several people and it makes them nervous to interact, or they're just like, I don't know what to say. And that's okay. That's fine. I appreciate that. At the end of the day, if you listen to this show and you smile and it makes you forget about something, that's great. That's what it's all about, having a good time, letting me, entertain you like a fucking monkey. Look at me, I'm a monkey for you. Dance, monkey, dance. I can't dance anymore. My feet hurt. Ooh, is that a banana? Is that a banana? But I get it. Not everybody has the time to interact, and that's okay. I do appreciate you guys listening, though, and it's amazing, or listening or watching. I wish I would have been more focused on the watching from when I first started this and doing both and growing that. But it's doing really well. Getting a lot of people, especially this month, interacting on TikTok and Twitter, especially for the video version of this. You can also find it on Facebook as well as YouTube. Really trying to get those YouTube numbers up. It's very important because eventually, let's be honest, guys, if I get to a certain threshold, then I can make money off of it. Facebook is a bunch of dicks, and I haven't been able to earn a dime for like 6 months with them. It really fucking pisses me off. I started making good money with Facebook, and then all of a sudden they're like, we're not telling you why, but you're in violation of something. And I'm like, and then you try to email them and nobody fucking responds. You file, go to the support section and file a complaint, whatever, and nobody responds. The worst fucking customer service is Facebook. And I believe they just fired a bunch of people. It's like, dude, you guys are making a butt ton of money. Invest in customer service. How about that? So freaking annoying. So I'll tell you this. I've had issues with Twitter and got through. So as much as I'm not a fan of Elon Musk, but hey, at least that platform interacts with people when there's actual issues. So fuck Meta. Fuck them. But anyway, going back, yeah, if you could follow me on YouTube as well, @DaHuff Podcast. I put a lot of shorts up there, plus the full episodes, and it's a lot of fun. As well as if you're not into YouTube, TikTok as well, and of course Twitter @DaHuff Podcast. You guys are amazing. Don't forget to check out owlpipeid.com. Go there right now. Check out all the cool stickers they have, whether you're a plumber or in the industrial side of society. Maybe you need some new stickers for your tractors or whatever. They can help you out. Or maybe you want to get some stickers for your business. Get like 300 of them. I don't know how much that would cost. But you do that, you're going to get 30% off if you use promo code DaHuff. You do that, whether it's for like I said, like my podcast, I use Owl Pipe ID for my stickers, and everybody when they feel them, they're like, "Holy crap, where'd you get these?" owlpipeid.com. Caw, caw. But anyway, they do it all. You got to check them out. And they keep the website simple because they focus on they basically look at it as, listen, let's cut the BS. I'm putting words in their mouth. Let's cut the BS. Here's what we got. Here's how you contact us. Let's make some magic. Essentially, that's what it is. So good for them. Good for them. I love Rhea and everybody at Owl Pipe ID. They're really good people. I've been talking to them for over a year, and it's one of those things where it was a product I was using prior to them going, "Hey, what if we advertise on your show?" And I'm like, "Yeah, that'd be great. I already have your stickers." So that's where I'm coming from with them. So I really appreciate them. I just gave you a bunch of extra love, Rhea. I'm sorry. Hey, also check out Bet Online. Go to betonline.ag. It's the Huff Uncensored. Remember, it may have not gone your way today or last night, okay? But buck up. It is what it is. Don't be a dick today. Remember, somebody posted this the other day, yesterday. Might have been this morning. Listen, just because you vote for somebody that somebody else, basically, just because your friends may vote for somebody different than you doesn't mean you should spew hate at them or something like that. Love everybody, guys. That's the best we can do in this situation where if you don't agree with what happened. And if you do agree with what happened, also try to project as much positivity and love as you can, okay? We're all in this together, whether we want to admit it or not. We are all brothers. We're all sisters under this great nation. Let's tighten it up, get shit where it needs to be going, and then let's move on. Let's move forward. That's ultimately all we can do with each other is move forward and not drag each other down. Embrace everybody. I'm very proud of, listen, I don't give a shit if anybody gets mad about this part. I'm very proud of the state of Colorado that got rid of the ban on gay marriage. If you're gay, you're a lesbian, whatever, whoever the fuck you want to marry, go right ahead. Throw your life away. If you don't want to be single anymore, I don't know what the hell you're thinking. Who cares? As long as you're happy, okay? You love cock, you love vagina, whatever. That's your thing. Go for it. Run forward. Be happy. Happiness is key to life. And if that means that you're two guys that love each other, if you're two women that love each other, who cares? Right? If you're a man and woman, you love each other, who cares? Just be happy and project positivity to everybody. Anyway, I'm off my soapbox now. Okay? So that's exciting for Colorado. I know some people are mad, but love is love. Get over it. Don't be a dick today. What did I just say? I said, don't be a dick. Now you're being a dick. Don't be a dick. People want to get married, let them get married. Son of a bitch. Thanks for listening, guys. Soapbox Wednesday. Listen, I love you guys. Have a fantastic day. Again, try to be positive. Let's continue to move forward. I'll talk to you next time.